Warm welcome to everyone watching this video. This is a video about engine norms and emissions. The objective of this video to learn about what is an engine, what is meant by Bharat stage norms, and how engine norms change over the period of time, and what is SCR and EGR system. In the picture, we can see explored view of an internal combustion engine. The main parts of the internal combustion engines are the cylinder block, pistons, connecting rods, and the crankshaft. The power is produced by combusting the fuel sprayed in the engine. The definition of an engine. It is a machine which converts various forms of energy into mechanical force and motion. The power is produced in most of internal combustion engines by combusting the fuel. By means of the combustion, the engine can be classified into external combustion and internal combustion. External combustion. It is a type of an engine where the combustion takes place outside the cylinder block. An internal combustion engine, the combustion takes place inside the cylinder block. We can see the external combustion engines in the oil plants and etc. Internal combustion engine, which is we can used in the automobile engines. By using the fuel, the IC engine can be classified into petrol and diesel. Bharat stage. It is a Bharat stage emission standards. It is a government instituted emission standards that all the motor vehicles have to comply with if they are to be sold or driven in India. It's generally made by all the automobiles which is manufactured in India has to follow the Bharat stage emissions. It's also known as the pollution test. The standards and the timelines for implementation are set by Central Pollution Control Board. By types of BS, it is classified into 5 types, which is changed over the period of time. BS1 in 2000, which is introduced for the first time. BS2 in 2005, BS3 in 2010, and furthermore. And in the current date, we are following BS6. The history of what is meant by Bharat stage. These are the norms which is introduced in India in 2000. It is adopted by the method of European emission norms. Each stage, BS1 to BS6, specifies a certain limit of pollutant released, controlled by the type of fuel which is used to combust. The upgradation modifications made by the auto firms to the vehicles to control the pollutant released from the vehicle. The BS1 to BS6, it is modified to control the emission of the pollution to save the environment. The BS4, for example, the BS4 fuel contains 50 parts per million sulfur, while BS6 grade fuel contains only 10 particles per million sulfur, which is reduced due to the modification. There are many advantages as disadvantages from skipping BS4 to BS6. The disadvantages are the cost of productions of the automobiles are increased due to the advancement of the parts which is used in the engine. And also driving a BS4 car with a BS6 fuel can also affect the engine. So we can raise the question. We learn about BS1, BS2, BS3, BS4 and BS6. Where is BS5? The government has decided to skip the BS5 because it takes a huge long time to move from BS3 to BS4. And the automobile makers are also suffered to have a huge stocks of BS4 and for a sudden of change to BS6. This shift decided by the government to set a positive impact on the quality of air to reduce the pollution. By reducing the emission of toxic substance, BS6 will definitely reduce the air pollutant in cities in India. The major pollutant which is emitted by the automobiles are nitrogen oxides and sulfur content. In automobiles, when compared to petrol engine, the diesel engine produces more pollution. It is controlled by two systems, SCR system and EGR system. SCR system, it is a selective catalyst reduction system. In this type of system, we are going to spray an ammonia content in the exhaust stream of a diesel engine, which converts the exhaust stream into nitrogen gas and water, which is not harmless to the environment. The advantage of the system, it is used in the high-power engine and gives better mileage. The disadvantages are the cost of the DF fluid and the system adds extra weight to the vehicle. In India, the disadvantages is we cannot maintain a constant speed in the Indian roads, but the system requires a constant speed so that the DF fluid can be sprayed in the exhaust stream at a particular correct time. EGR system, which is known as exhaust gas recirculation system. Now let's see of the system in the picture. From the intake air, it is passed to intercooler. Now let's see about EGRS system, which is exhaust gas recycling system. This system returns a small portion of exhaust gas to the engine combustion again after combustion. From the picture we can see the inlet air is passed to the intercooler, and from the combustion of the engine it is again moved to the turbine and passed to diesel particulate filter, and again through a small pipe we can see it is getting to the compressor again. This compressor and turbine is all called turbochargers, which is used in the engine to combust the gas again and again. By lowering the combustion temperature, we can reduce the amount of nitrous oxide emitted, and which also reduce the sulfur content which is exhausted. By this system, we can increase engine efficiency and reduce fuel consumption. Compared to SCR system, the EGR has many advantages. It has we are not using any extra components like SCR system. It also helps to increase engine power. In common automobiles in India, we can see EGR system mostly used. Thank you for watching this video.